Rasmus,
good to see you, mate.
Pleasure, nice to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
So I thought today we'd do a little what's in the bag.
Yeah.
Now you've probably run through your golf bag with so many different people over this last year, but you got some new toys in here.
I got some new toys, that's right.
Always been ping to start off with?
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much from, especially second year of college, pretty much forward from then it's been all ping.
Yeah. And is it, for someone like you, is it confidence? Confidence is obviously extremely important,
yeah.
But like when you find something you like, are you kind of one of those that won't necessarily tinker away, but like to keep what you've got?
Yeah, I generally don't tinker very much. I am actually currently tinkering a little bit with the driver,
right?
Which we'll get to, I guess.
Yeah.
But other than that, I generally don't tinker much. It's pretty much a similar setup week to week. I might change out the bounce on the wedge depending on the turf, or I might switch a 3-iron into a higher lofted wood if I need it going into par 5s. Yeah. But other than that, don't really tinker much.
Because in the last, I would say, I know you've had a couple of weeks off now.
Yeah, a couple of weeks
at home. But before that, bit of links golf going on. Was there a tinker going on then?
Well, not in particular, no. Really, just lower bounced wedge, and then definitely playing the 3-iron those weeks. I am playing the 3-iron I have here most weeks as well. Yeah. It's only if I'm playing courses where like kind of longer par 5s, firm greens, I have to be able to hit it in high to the par 5s. Other than that, I'm playing the 3-iron most weeks. Yeah,
yeah. And I noticed that obviously the ping tour van bops around all the events, doesn't it? Are you in and out of the van throughout the week? Is it something that you kind of like to do?
Yeah, well, especially since now we'll get to, but the new irons, they actually have brought them out to me in a couple of events. I got to hit them before they sent them home for me because I told them I would want a little bit of time with them at home to proper test them out. Yeah. It's not something I wouldn't just throw a brand new set of irons in on a Tuesday on an event week. No. But generally, I haven't spent that much time in there other than getting new towels and new hats and stuff, making sure everything looks nice and tidy. So
let's start off with wedges, shall we?
Yes.
So what are we playing? So we got obviously 58, 54 that you've got in there.
Yeah, 58, 54, and 50. Yeah, we got the S159s that I played for. I think they've been out for about a year now.
Yeah.
On the 50, got the S grind 12 bounce. Don't really change. I don't think I've changed this since I played ping really. Right. I've played the Glide 4, I think they were called before these, but not really changing much. Probably change them, I'd want to say 3 times a year. Okay. With the 50 and the 54.
And that's because of grooves?
Yeah, it's because of grooves.
Yeah, you're just updating those.
Yeah.
Okay.
54 is same sole, so still the S grind 12 bounce.
Okay.
And then we get to the 58. I actually have another 58 that I don't have with me here. That is an S grind 8 bounce.
It's got a bit more.
Yeah, a bit more than this. This is the T grind 6 bounce. So this is my lower bounce option for the 58s. Okay. And I change 58 degrees regularly. I probably change them once a month because because I generally use the 58 for most of my shots around the green. Yeah. And then you see like right when it's brand new, the spin is just through the roof. Then it drops off a little bit and it kind of flattens out. So since I'm using it so much around the green, I would want to keep them as fresh as possible just to gain that little bit of edge.
When you change things like your 54, do you see a drop off in yardages because you're generating a little bit more spin out of it? Is that something you see?
I'm not really, I want to say, because I change them frequently enough that I don't really see that. The same goes with the lob, which is why I change them so often. So I don't necessarily see that. It's of course the first week I have a brand new 58, it's going to spin slightly more. Yeah. So I think the biggest difference there is those sort of 40, 50 yard shots where you just get that little extra spin, especially if it's a little bit wet on the surface. Yeah, yeah.
Now you go for the True Tone, the Dynamic Gold X100.
Yeah, that's similar throughout the back. Let me just check to be sure. Actually, to be fair, yes, X100s throughout the back.
Yeah. And that's something again. Have you stuck with that shaft for a long time?
I think I've been with that for, as long as I can remember. Yeah. Again, as I said, not really tinkered with trying different shafts.
And red dot?
I'm pretty certain the lies on my wedges are 1 degree flat. I want to say.
From their standard.
From the standard. Yeah. On my irons, they are completely standard. I think the wedges are 1 degree flat.
Okay. Now, when you move from your wedges into your actual pitching wedge. I notice your focus is still very much a set wedge. Have you ever experimented with specialist wedges?
I actually used to play the 46 with the S grind as well. Okay. I think I changed before Madrid last year.
Yeah.
So one of the things I saw is the wedge, especially in the morning, it would go quite short because it's quite spinny.
Okay.
So I kind of wanted to get the set wedge to be a little closer to the 9-iron, because it's still easy enough for me, I think, to take a bit off and hit those sort of in-between shots. Yeah. But since I don't use it very much around the greens, I thought the set wedge was better for me. It's just a little more consistent, especially when it's a bit cold.
And would you, is it something that you would let bounce about between those two wedges, or are you, once you set,
comfortable? More comfortable with that, yeah.
And then grips-wise, I noticed that you got Golf Pride on here.
Yeah, it's
Tour Velvet.
The standard Tour Velvet. That's actually a funny thing. So I got corded in all the irons and then the set wedge.
Okay.
I like the non-cord in the wedges. Just gives me that bit more feel, and I'm not too worried about even if they get wet, because you know, obviously not swinging it as hard.
Yeah, sure.
But then I got corded in the rest of the bag.
And these are round? These are 360 round
yeah,
ones?
360
don't
round.
like the rib in the back or anything?
No,
like
I've tried it before. It just kind of feels off to me, to be honest. So no, again,
purely a feel thing, isn't it?
Purely a feel thing. Again,
you've had these forever?
Yeah, pretty much forever.
Yeah. I mean, this is what Tiger had these.
Well, you gotta have the cord. Come on, you gotta love the cord. They're a bit rough whenever if you're taking some time off and you get back out and hit a bunch of balls. They can tear up your hands. But
yeah, you're fully calloused up there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to tape underneath, do you put any tape under? Or
I think there's 1.5 layers.
Yeah.
1.5 layers. So it's just slightly more than one, but not quite two. But still, I'd say they're probably quite thin in general. Okay. But yeah, again, pretty much been like that for forever.
Talking about irons then.
Oh, yeah.
As we'll work our way up through the bag, I240s.
Yeah, they're a new addition. I haven't played a tournament with them yet. I got them here two weeks ago. Yeah. Actually, I got them right after the Scottish.
Okay.
It's funny story actually. I was gonna take. I knew I had 4 weeks off, and plan was to pretty much the first week and a half just get like proper time off. But the new irons came in, and I just couldn't help. Now I just going out in the evening hitting balls. It's been incredible. And you know, as I said, at I think it was KLM was the first event where I got to hit them and just fine tune some things, and then they send a set home for me to try out. And no, they've been really good. So they'll be in the bag for the next event I play, which will be Denmark.
Which is your home course.
Home course, yeah. It'll be quite. Oh, I can't wait.
I bet you can't wait.
Can't wait.
Now, when it comes to the irons, have you come from the I230?
Yes.
So from a groove point of view, which is the big talk about with the new I240s, you've gone from those micro grooves into what I would call like a standard groove. They're
actually gone back. So the previous model to the 230s, which is the 210s, they had the same groove that they've now gone back to. And these, you can actually, if you take them up, you can see there's more space.
Hugely different, isn't it? Especially to the eye when you look down.
Yeah, so I'd say that's the biggest difference between the clubs. So the feel of the new irons is slightly softer.
Okay.
Numbers-wise, they launch slightly higher, but other than that, they feel quite similar.
Yeah.
But that's a little softer feel off the face. It kind of feels like the ball stays on the face for a little bit longer, which again gives you that feel of a little bit more compression, which is probably why I really enjoy the new irons. And
from a spin point of view, have you seen a difference?
No, they're very similar. Yeah. What I've been told is basically the grooves that they had on the 230s is the better all-round groove.
Okay.
But the ones I've gone back to is better from the fairway. So the PGA Tour players and the Tour pros, we prefer to be better off the fairways. Again, we'd like to play most of our shots from the fairway.
Yeah,
so
of course,
getting a little bit of extra consistency from there is key.
Yeah. But interestingly, you go then from pitching wedge and you move I240 right the way up to your 4-iron. And then you've stuck with the I230 and the 3-iron.
I actually haven't gotten the new I240 3-iron.
Okay.
Now, I've been really happy with this club. So as I told the ping guys, the new I240s with this build would have to be really good for me to change it.
And from a shaft point of view, you move away from a steel shaft and you go into a graphite shaft.
Yeah, that's kind of, it works as my driving iron. I've tried some of the utility clubs, like the kind of the hybrid clubs that they make, but I like this one better. Kind of built more same swing weight and stuff as the irons. Yeah. Because I like to be able to move the ball even with a 3-iron, and that's what I feel I get with those. Is I can still, even though it's a driving iron, I can still kind of shape it in all 9 windows. Yeah. And
how far would you say you hit this one, the 3-iron?
Like
on a stock shot.
On a stock shot, 245 yards.
In the air.
In the air, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Plenty.
Plenty, yeah.
7-iron? How far do you hit 7-iron? Just for reference to people. Again, stock shot.
190 yards.
190.
Yeah.
Plenty. And then from a spin point of view, stock shot 190, what do you spin the 7-iron at roughly?
Like 6,800, just barely shy of
7.
7, yeah.
Just feel like you get that control from front to
and
back.
again, it completely depends on the kind of shot I'm trying to hit. I can, as I said, the new irons, they launch slightly higher. Not that I've always been able to hit it quite high, but it's nice to have the stock shot be just slightly higher. Again, even though the stock shot's slightly higher, it's never an issue to hit it low enough. Yeah. You just take off some speed and launch it a bit lower.
Yeah. Okay, so we move out of the irons and we're coming into head covers then.
Oh yeah.
Let's go with the fairway.
Fairway wood, yeah.
Talk us through it. Loving the head covers, by the way.
Yeah. They're actually a funny story. So last year, one of the events I actually did play a 5-wood. I think the first one was in Hamburg. Yeah. And so, you know, they're quite similar looking. And I think even though the head covers we had there, they had like a little tag on them saying 305. Yeah. One of the holes in there, I think I had 230 yards into the wind a bit. Yeah. But you got to carry it all the way there, water short. And then there's probably 25 paces behind it, and then it goes down into water behind. So the plan was to hit kind of a lowish 5-wood. It was going to be perfect. And I hit it, thinking I hit the 5-wood, and I necked it. I'm like, that kind of stays kind of low and nice. I'm like, the feeling when I was hitting it was like, oh, that's center water, never gonna get there. I'm like, and I see it land up there perfect, 20 feet. And I'm like, and I look down, hit the 3-wood. No. Yeah. So that's why you see what my caddy's actually.
Oh, you've actually created dots.
He made 3 dots with the 3-wood, and then there's 5 on the 5-wood.
So it's stealth enough that the playing partner doesn't know what you're hitting. But it's enough for you to know what you're hitting. Yeah. You say, again, as I said, most weeks I will only have the fairway, I only have one fairway wood. Yeah. Got this started of the year and been really, really happy with it. It's just, it's a little bit taller in the face. Yeah. So if you want to tee it up, I generally don't tee up my 3-woods. No. It sits a little bit nicer on the ground. But what I saw, even with it being a little bit higher and playing it off the ground, the spin, if I hit it slightly low on the face, doesn't creep up quite as much as previous models, so that's been really good. Yeah, managing the spin really important. Yeah. And then shaft-wise, what have you got in there? You got a Tensei? Got the Tensei 1K series. Yeah. This is 70 gram, similar shaft to my driver. I think my driver is 60 gram, but again, pretty much all my woods, same shafts. Been with the Tensei shaft for forever. Yeah. Not really tried anything else really. And it's a TX, but do you have it tipped in any way or anything like that? No, just stuck. The only thing with the woods, there's quite a bit of weight in the head. Okay. Not quite sure exactly where it is, but they moved a bunch of weight in the head to get it to the preferred kind of launch and height that I wanted. Yeah. So they'll put like a glue, a wrap, glue inside the head to maneuver it to where they kind of want the weight to be. Yeah. Okay, and that's been in the bag for how long this year? Since the 440's come out? Yeah, since the 440's come out, straight in the back. Yeah. Okay, driver. Oh yeah, this is the one. I've been tinkering a little bit, so it's still the 440, the LST. I'm playing the max in the woods and the LST in the driver. The head I've been tinkering with, it's a 7.5 degree head, so I've gone down and loft. Okay, yeah. So what have you had in the past? What have you always... So the head in the past, I've had a set 9 on it, but it was actually 8.5, I want to say. Okay. So 1 degree lower loft. Yeah. And I am playing all my woods in the flat lie setting, minus loft. So this has actually got 6.5 degrees of loft. Wow. So even you can tell when you set it down that there's not a whole lot of loft on there. Yeah, it's got as much loft as my putter. But so what's the idea of that then? Obviously, by reducing the loft off of it, it enables you to hit maybe a bit more up on it, reduce the spin numbers. How does it work? I think so. Spin-wise, on the good hits with the other driver was really good.
what I start noticing is when I'm going a little bit into the wind, every once in a while I hit one that still launches kind of nice and high, but spins a bit too much. Yeah. And then kind of subconsciously seeing that shot, I start leaning on it more, which is really what I'm trying not to do. Because when I lean on it more, it starts spinning more, and it's kind of a bad circle to get into. So the thinking behind this and why I've been tinkering with it is I'm not going to see that one that spins up, so it's going to allow me to stay more with what I'm trying to do throughout my swing. Yeah. And then obviously, I mean, I've seen a nice bit of distance gain as well. So we'll see if this makes it into the tournament in Denmark, but so far so good the last couple of weeks.
What do you want to see a ball spinning at when you're, I mean, you're around 125 to 130 mile an hour clubhead speed, are you?
Probably just slightly under. I think the fastest I've clocked is 125.9, so I'd say I'm probably cruising at like 122.
On the golf course? On
the golf course, yeah. So it depends on the launch. I think this one stock is launching at about 12 degrees, so if I can get it spinning 2250, 2300, it would be really, that'd be ideal.
Yeah. When it starts to drop in a low 2000s or in the 1900s, you see it, see it dipping in the golf course?
That's too, the thing, that's too low. The thing that was happening with the other one I was probably launching 13, spinning 2400, which is still good. Yeah. The problem was I would have some off-center hits, and all of a sudden they're launching 13 and a half and spinning 28. Yeah. And going into a bit of a breeze, all of a sudden you see the ball start to stall a bit.
Yeah.
So I'd say this, so far in testing it's been really good. It also allows me, if I'm downwind, I want to hit one that just really goes, I can tee it up high and then I'm hitting, almost 5 degrees up on it. I can launch it 14 and spinning at 2100 and it just goes.
Bomber.
Yeah. I'd say
weight-wise inside the head, have you done anything? Have the guys done anything in the van?
Both of the heads, I think the weight, there's not quite as much weight moving around in this head. The other heads, they put quite a bit of weight forward in the club to get the launch and the spin down a bit. And again, that's changed the sound a little bit, which makes it a little bit more
fuddy.
Yeah. Which I like. I like that more than being kind of a clingy kind of noise. So no, I'm really excited with this and can't wait to test it out more.
Shaft wise, same shaft as what you've got in the 3-wood.
Yeah, it's just 10 grams lighter, but same shaft. And again, I've been with this shaft for as long as I can remember.
Length of shaft, do you mess about with that, or you keep it at standard?
No, keep it standard, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Putter then.
Oh yeah.
So,
nice head cover, by the way.
Again, you've got your head cover game pretty solid, isn't it?
Yeah, found the secret shelf in the tour van.
Did you?
Yeah, that's probably what I do most.
Cupboard.
Yeah, you go in there and there's all kind of nice.
Yeah, nice I bet there is. Yeah. So, have you always used? This is a slightly longer putter than let's say standard. Isn't it? Let's say standard is 35, 34.
Yeah, I think this is 40.
Is it right? Okay.
Yeah, so I've been with the arm lock now I'll claw it, grip it up like up the left forearm. Yeah. And I've been with an arm lock putter for, I want to say 3.5 years now. Yeah. Okay. And this particular putter I've had for 2 years.
Out of college? Did you come out of college with an arm lock?
Yeah, I think I started so I've spent 5 years at Oklahoma State. So I think halfway through my 4th year is when I switched to arm lock.
Okay. Game changer for you?
Yeah, I was struggling with my putting and I needed to try something different. And I mean, I saw improvement right away, but then I think really over the last 1.5 years, so I've really seen steady improvements, just getting better and better, getting more solid. The bat rounds are getting better. I've always been, in the past, I've been a really streaky putter, so the days where it's really good, it's very good, and then I would have days that just kind of where the wheels come off a bit. I haven't really had any of those kind of days in the last 1.5 years, so just getting better, like heightening the floor a bit, and then obviously seeing more and more really good days. Like my philosophy really is, if I can be really good inside 10 feet and then have good speed outside of that, and then you're basically just, staying patient and waiting for the putts to drop, because from 15, 20 feet, all you can really control there is that you hit your intended line with your intended speed, and then after that it's just a matter of, I like to say, roll the dice. Yeah. So every time I hit a putt with good speed, I've rolled the dice, and then obviously you're going to have weeks where you roll a lot of ones and you're not really making anything, but then you also get more of these rounds where all of a sudden you're rolling sixes, so you're making putts, and then you get on a bit of a run.
The actual putter itself then, the head of it? What is it? Because I can't see much on the bottom of it.
No, it's the Oslo 3, I think it's called.
Okay.
With this sort of neck. Then again, as I said, I've had it for the last 2 years.
Did they build that specifically for you?
Yeah, I had this built in the lab at Ping and Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
And you got the colour that you wanted and everything, kind of how it sort of sits your eye?
Yeah, I tried a couple different necks and I tried a couple different line options. I really like the top line with the line, like a small little subtle line being close to the ball.
Okay, do you use a line on the ball as well?
I use a line on the ball as well. Got a couple of balls here actually already marked. So I'm playing the Titleist Pro 1, the 2023 model. I haven't changed to the new one. It came out start of the year and I was, pretty much going straight out and playing tournaments. I didn't feel like I had the proper time to really test them, and I've been really happy with the ball, so I've just kind of stuck with this ball.
And they'll stock on the van, won't they? They'll stock a few different years available.
Yeah. I mean, we can get pretty much whatever.
Okay.
But used this kind of line again. That's used this kind of line pretty much since I switched to the arm lock as well.
So you go obviously single line in the middle, but then you've got two outside lines that. Is that for face alignment?
Yeah,
that's what it feels like?
Yeah, so when I line it down on the ground, obviously I'm lining the middle line up with kind of like where I'm trying to start it.
Yeah.
And for me, I line up the top line with the line going down the line.
Yeah.
And then I just really like to have this line here that I try to line up with the face. So it just gives me an extra layer of lines, so I can really make sure that I line it up properly.
And you'll use that line everywhere? You don't. You use it
everywhere.
In every putt?
Every putt.
It's not just small, short putts.
No, every
focus
putt.
Everywhere with it.
Yeah, every putt.
And loft-wise, what is on that? Because obviously being arm locked and forward, slightly
5
forward,
degrees.
So it's 5 degrees, and then how much do you reckon you take off when you set up at address?
I think I'd take off 2 to 3 degrees.
Okay.
So basically I return the putter to the same amount of loft at impact as I have at address.
Yeah.
So I take off about 3.5 degrees, and then I'm about 3-4 degrees up on it. So I got like a little negative there, about 2 degrees.
Yeah.
So get nice bit of topspin and get the ball rolling nicely.
And you get a sense of that? Is that what you're trying to focus on? Trying to get that top on it?
Yeah, it's actually one of the things I worked on a bit at the start of this year. It's to, trying to just keep improving the ball roll quality.
Yeah.
So what I had to do, because I could see that I return it to the same spot as it, just playing slightly more forward press and address.
Yeah.
Because that helps me get the loft down a little bit, so we get that nice bit of topspin.
Yeah, I love it, mate. And grip on that one, is it just a grip that you've kind of stuck with? It's a super stroke?
Yeah. Actually, this is a new grip from about a month and a half ago. It's the same as the other one, but just a fresh grip. The other one was quite worn down.
Yeah.
But I've not really been wanting to change it before, even though it was worn down, because I was putting quite well. So I was waiting for a couple of weeks in a row where I might not have made the amount of putts that I was hoping to, and then I could put on a fresh grip.
So interesting. The mindset. I'm the same. When I had my putter, I couldn't change it. It was battered and worn.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just so superstitious that I putt well enough that I don't want to make a change.
If you get on the first tee and you see the guy pulling out a putter with a worn grip, you got to be wary. It's Scott's soul. He's been putting good because he hasn't changed putter. That's always a good sign.
Well, Rasmus, that is a fantastic golf bag. One of which has obviously done you some really good this year, and will continue to do good stuff for you. I know you're having a little tinker around with different things, and just want to obviously thank you for your time.
Of course.
Superb, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Very much. Good luck for the rest of the year.
Yeah, thanks, mate.